sightings of ghosts, an abandoned insane asylum, creepy ass dolls, werewolves, and witches, honey. Do not obey, stay woke. Nobody's gonna stop me. This is real. Do not obey, stay woke. Scary as hell. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Bam, bam, bam. Wow, wow. What's up, guys? I'm back. So look, sun's bright. This is the only place I could be in the yard. Now I want to jump right into this. You guys have already seen my emotions. Well, heard my emotions, excuse me. And that was the best that I could get out of everything, because there was a lot of noise, there was a lot of chaos, and just a lot, okay? But I wanted to pick, I think I did a good job. I hope you guys that did watch it enjoyed the ASMR Fear Haunted Farm. Now, if you guys are going in, you already know we got to do this. We got to do this shit, okay? If you're getting off, like I say, rock it out, you already know. Now, Haunted Farm, let's go. I'm not about to make this long. I was trying to get everything in order, but I'm probably going to be jumping everywhere, okay? Okay. We get there, as you can see, the main attraction is back in the forest, you know what I'm saying? It's a farm, you know what I'm saying? And we'll get to that. So, pull up, whatever parking, get there, they have food, you can buy things, and you get your tickets there, scan online, or you can buy your ticket. So we get there, we hang out a little bit, as you guys seen in the clips, right? And then we get in line, and the line goes like this, you know what I'm saying? It's like a zigzag. But one cool part, sorry about the noise, one cool part is that they play all these cool ass horror films, like little clips of old classics, and then they also have their own films that they've created through like I forgot what it's called, guys, where small producers get together. I forgot the festival. So them shits was scary, and guess what? The people that they were showing on the screen were also in the attraction, so that even made it even scarier, because I met those motherfuckers, okay? It was freaky. I should have recorded the outside part, but I don't know what we were doing. We were trying to keep ourselves occupied, honestly. So yeah, so we get in. It's black as hell, right? We walk in, and it's like this makeshift wall. It feels like if you want to go like rock climbing, you know, that type of wall. And it leads us to this path, and there's like stuff on each side. It just looks spooky, you know what I'm saying? You hear people walking in the woods. It is what it is. So we walk into this first attraction, and it looks like a forest, but it's inside of a building. Like there's little buildings set up throughout this farm, right? You're outside to inside to outside to inside. It's crazy. So what I remember first going through is it looked like a haunted ass forest, right? And then it's like it was real like foggy, and it was green, and it was dark, and it was all these sounds of weird nature. It was nature, but it was like spooky nature. Like they slowed things down. I was like, okay, everything looks cool. Well, all of a sudden, this dude on stilts, now that I realize it, was at least like, I don't know, 15 foot tall, comes out as this fucking like group looking thing to me. But it wasn't cute like group to me at the time, because he came out of the wall. Like they had him structured in to where like literally he walked out of the wall. Okay? That's where y'all heard me say, did y'all see that effing tree? That's the tree that I was talking about, okay? So then from there I think we went, I can't remember. All I remember is walking, I think through the path again, and there was like some animated things, you know, like on each side, like kind of popping out. Like I was gone from the beginning. And then I remember going into the voodoo room, and it smelled like Palo Santo, and like the witch doctor was like walking around, and it was just voodoo-ish. And then I remember walking out, and then we're on the path. This, you know, we're back on the path, and there's ropes on each side, and they got fires set, but then there's weird looking stuff, and like I said, there's people walking in the woods. You know what I'm saying? There was zombies. Well, they needed more zombies, FYI. But and there's like a group, like a big group in front of us, so we were kind of catching up to people, or people were slowing down. I know I was moving through that thing. Like, the next thing I remember is my cousin in front with Pablo, because they led the whole way, and it was me and Kayla, and then Tisha and Sarah. And my cousin's name is Sarah too. That's why I said my cousin, because there's two Sarahs. So when I say my cousin, I can separate the characters. So my cousin's up front with Pablo, and I remember like seeing this man come out of nowhere, like running, and before I can say anything, he startles her. So it kind of like makes me giggle, because I kind of seen it coming, but it was kind of too late for me to say something. Well, while I'm focused on her, this creature thing comes out of nowhere to my right. That's why y'all hear me say I went to my left. When I say I went to my left, I dropped to the ground, dropped right up, and was gone, honey. That scared, I think I peed. It was like not a lot, like, you know, just like oh, don't pee, you know what I mean? You almost peed, like for real. So then from there, I don't remember if we went into the doll room first or the hillbilly room, but I think it was the hillbilly room, and it had this man like sitting in the chair, heavy-set man, and he had this head hanging from a rope, and he was real country, and he was like, "This is my sister," you know. It was just really weird. And we walk in, and that's, you see like this girl, she's got like this, I don't know, the fucking makeup was amazing on everybody. That's one thing I do want to point out. The makeup was amazing. But I don't know, we just go through this hillbilly room, and it's just weird, you know what I mean? It's just, hills have eyes weird. It's just freaky ass weird. And then I remember going through a doll room, and that's where you hear a ring around the rosies. And honey, excuse me, when I tell you they had this little girl, or this adult, I don't know what the hell she was, but she was walking around brushing that damn baby doll's head, and they looked like demons. I was up out of there too. Then I remember going to the chapel, and you walk in, and you got this preacher yelling at you, talking about you do not belong here. It was just, all right, y'all, I'm sorry. I had to switch positions because I'm about to stand up, because there is one bee that is left that has not went with the other bees, and this MFer keeps chasing me. Now let's get back to it. Now, where was I? So I remember, okay, the doll room was really creepy, and it was like this girl walking around brushing this baby doll's hair. Like I said, it looked like a demon, right? And then from there, I remember us walking through like this tunnel, dude, and we were crouched down literally like this, like crouched, like I was almost touching my knees, man. And we were like, I don't know, I'm claustrophobic, so I faced that fear. But I remember us like, it felt like we were going down to the center of the earth. It was fucking freaky. Then they had a place set up where you were going through your the birth canal. Y'all, it was like these big old, like, weird mat, like a lining of the inside, if you know what a woman's inside lining looks like. And it was this close, and we're literally going through getting birth. Did not like that at all either, claustrophobic. The clown room, I'm gonna go ahead and get that over with. That one was the worst one. It effed me up. They gave us these like 3D glasses. Everything was in neon. Like, it looked, man, it was like if I was like a rave, or if you were tripping, that shit would have been cool as hell. But minus the clowns, right? So we're walking through, and everything's popping out. Everything's 3D. Everything is in 3D. Like, I'm trying to step on the ground, and the ground looks like it's up here, like standing with me. You know what I'm saying? So we get to one part, and then it's open, and they got this clown, like, it looks like a damn stripper pole. And he's standing up there, and it's this big, fat arse clown, right? And he looks mean, and his eyes look mean, and I seen a clown here, and I seen a clown there, and I just crouched, and I'm trying to walk through, and then they just swarm me, right? And then, like, I kind of like crawl, because that's what I did the whole night, drop it like it's hot and crawled. So as I'm crawling, I get up to the door and I run, right? And then from there, the damn tunnel starts spinning. And because we have on these 3D glasses, guess what happens? I feel like I'm walking upside down. And guess what's standing on the railing? A clown. Oh, that shit was crazy, but it was psychedelic as well. Then, on top of that, they had this big animatronic, like, next room. Big animatronic exorcist bitch on the wall. Like, she was huge. Like, she was humongous. And we were walking slow. I was like, don't trip the sensor. Don't trip the sensor. Well, Pablo and Sarah, Pablo was walking straight. Not Sarah, my cousin. She decides to run because she's like, it's gonna drop soon. She triggers the sensor. Well, guess who's in the middle? So it's me right here, Kayla right here, Sarah right there, Tisha's friend Sarah, and Tisha. My cousin and Pablo has already ran through the door. That thing comes flying off the wall. Flying. You know what I did, y'all? You know this fight or flight or freeze? Bitch, I froze. Okay? I was like this. That's all I remember. And then Tisha said that I turned around and I grabbed Kayla and Sarah's heads because they're like this tall, and I was squeezing their heads together while screaming. Then Tisha said she had to snap me out of reality, and as soon as I realized that I was standing there looking at the bitch flying in my face, I ran off. And I think that was way before the clown room. Then there was a room that to me looked like if you were smoking a big blunt with Snoop Dogg. Big blunt, excuse me. They looked like the weed room. It was just foggy and like mellow and like smooth and eerie and like swampy and just, I don't know. We was walking on these grates and there was water up under us and water was shooting up out of the ground and water was dripping from the ceiling. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm ready to get the fuck out of here. Okay, then I seen one of my friends there, so that was cool. She was like a snake goddess, Medusa. Her makeup was amazing. If you ever watch this girl, you know what I told you. I told you makeup's good, girl. I actually smiled. I wanted to give you a hug, but I want you to stay in character, and you did. So yeah. So she had like the snake handler, and she was all cute and sexy and stuff. So we walked past her, but like we're going up now. Keep in mind we were down, and then we went in, then we went through this tunnel, and then somehow we went through the clown room, and then we started getting higher and higher when we went through the other part where the water was shooting. Y'all, I'm just saying, it was just crazy. I want to tell you, it was emotionally draining and physically frustrating. Like we were doing ups and downs and crouches and crawls, and for real. So anyway, so we pass old girl with the things. We go through the crazy room, and then I don't know, everything's a blur. I'm telling you, everything. I'm telling y'all, there was probably so much more to it. Y'all, I can't explain it. Y'all, it was so much more to it. At the end, I don't even remember. That was the mining room, and then I cannot remember. I know I'm missing some stuff, but I know I was terrified to death. Oh, the dentist. Y'all, when we went in there, right, you smell the drill because the drill is really drilling on something. Not a human, but it's drilling on something. I don't know if it was real teeth, but whatever it was, it smelled like teeth. You know when they're drilling your teeth, you can smell the burning of the drill and the enamel. Y'all, I'm stuttering. That shit freaks me out. Okay, so we walk in and got the dentist sitting down. He's drilling something, and it's just smelling like teeth. And there's this girl in there, and her mouth's all swollen, and she's all bloody. And she's just looking at me, and I'm looking at her, and I said, I know how that feels. Because I do. Because I went through a lot of teeth surgery when I was a kid for no reason, because it wasn't my fault. You know what I mean? Anyway, so we get through, and then I guess she jumps up and screams. So she gets whoever behind us, but the way, these were boys too, they were in high school, they screamed like little girls, like worse than me. My scream was kind of deep and manly. Their screams was kind of like, I don't know, they were bitchy. Anyway, so yeah, so I do remember that. And is there anything else? I can't remember, y'all. I know at the end when I got out, there was a dude with a chainsaw, and he was a clown, and I ran like hell. I ran like hell. I do remember that. I think that's about it. I know I forgot some rooms, but we had the hillbilly family, the clown room, the miners room where we walked through the tunnel, that freaky ass forest where that dude came out the motherfucking wall, snake handler, water falling all over us. I do not know what that room was. Bitch flying off the wall. Chelsea screamed, almost peed again. We had, they had an insane asylum. When I tell y'all, them people looked crazy as hell in there. There was one lady walking around, just looking. Then you had another lady, she's kind of heavy set. She was just walking around. Then there was a girl in the bed. Oh, speaking of a girl on the bed, this has nothing to do with the Exorcist animatronic thing, but there was a girl on the bed, and she was possessed, and she must have been a gymnast. Did y'all know she turned her body on the bed, and she flipped her body upside down, and she was a contortioner, like one of those people that can turn their bodies. Y'all, if you're ever close to Hendersonville, North Carolina, all I'm saying is please check out the Haunted Farm. That's all I gotta say. But Alright, I'm back. But hope you guys did have a good week. Um, Continue to be good humans. Try to be some scared humans if you know, go to an attraction. I don't really enjoy these attractions. Like I said, I already deal with the spiritual world unannounced since I drowned. So I do see real stuff. But to go somewhere and know that they're going to scare you, like that's the purpose of going. Like, you know, you're going to be scared. Like, there's going to be people to scare you. Don't like it. But if you guys don't do stuff like that, try something different. You know what I mean? Just try something different. I'm glad I did it. I'm not going to do it again. Yes, I may do it next year, but I'm not going back this year. That's like me. If I ride a roller coaster and it's crazy, I can say I did it once, but I'm not getting back on that bitch. So continue to be good humans. Don't let this world change you. Pray for everybody. Pray for me. I hope you guys are praying for me because y'all knew I was going to this place, or maybe you prayed for me after you heard my audio yesterday. But for real though, but I hope you guys do enjoy your weekend. No matter if you're working or not, break this matrix, do something for yourself, and continue to be a good human, not a perfect human, period. Big P. Alright, I'll see you guys next Friday. Peace.